Hi everyone, I am happy to meet you through this virtual medium.
Today, I am here to dissect a poem, The Unnamed Lake, written by F.G.Scott. Eco-criticism is close to my heart. The tools provided by it will engender eco-wisdom. Eco-wisdom is a term used by Charlotte Felty in her The Eco-Criticism Reader. Landscape studies have found favor with many eco-critics. This study surely helps the students understand nature better. Land is always at the center of the quest of human beings to attain recognition. Wherever human beings went, their first work was to domesticate the land and the animals there. This selfish endeavor of domestication has brought the biosphere to the crossroads of existence. Topographical poetry or Loco-Descriptive poetry is a type of poetry that describes and often praises the landscape or place. F.G.Scott is a Canadian poet of repute. He is popularly known as the poet of the Laurentians. The Laurentians is located north of Montreal. Many acknowledge that the Laurentians, where nature is blissful, bountiful, and breathtaking, and is renowned for its great outdoors, its vast forests, and its sparkling lakes. F.G.Scott pictures the beauty of Laurentians. The poem, The Unnamed Lake of F.G.Scott, is an impressive poem which appeared in The Unnamed Lake and Other Poems, published in the year 1897. It is an exemplary for its presentation of pristine beauty. It is a simple but very captivating poem. This poem depicts a serene scenery. I wish to quote from the poem. This is the first stanza. It sleeps among the 1,000 hills where no man ever trod, and only nature's music fills the silences of the God. Second stanza. Great mountains tower above its shore, green rushes fringe its brim, and over its breast forevermore the wanton breezes skim. I wish to explain these two stanzas first. This beautiful lake sleeps among the 1,000 hills. It is untouched by any human inhabitation. There are many big mountains. These mountains tower above the other mountains near the shore of the big lake. I quote, the green rushes, unquote, act as fringes to the lake. Rush is a flowering plant distinguished by cylindrical stalks, stem-like leaves. They are found in temperate regions and particularly in moist or shady locations. The wanton breezes skim over the breast of the lake. Here the poet clearly brings in the image of a mother who, with her bountiful milk, nourishes her own children. Thus all the plants, the animals, and the other organisms and animals live in and around the lake or fed by the lake. I wish to quote two more stanzas. It was in the grey of early dawn when first the lake we spied, and fragments of a cloud were drawn half down the mountain side. Next stanza. Along the shore a heron flew, and from a speck on high that hovered in the deepening blue, we heard the fish hawks cry. Early in the morning, the poet visits the lake with his children. They enjoyed the beauty of the lake. The poet spots a heron. The bird flies very high in the sky and hovers in the deepening blue. The bird looks like a speck on the very big canvas of the deep blue sky. The herons are long-legged, fresh water and coastal birds in the family of Ardidae. The herons of the world are large and interesting family having ancient origins stretching back to the lower Ecocene some 55 million years ago. Most are associated with water or nicely adapted for preying on fish, frogs, and other marshes denizens. The poet also talks about fish hawk. The poet in fact hears the sound of fish hawk. The fish shark is osprey. As its common name suggests, its diet consists almost exclusively of fish. It is a large bird of prey, reaching more than 60 cm in length and 180 cm across the wings. It is brown on upper parts and predominantly grayish on the head and underparts, with a black eye patch and wings. Thus, the sights and sounds of nature impresses the poet a lot. He feels that he is among the cloud-capped solitudes. The silence is not broken because the silence is given by God Himself. The only word spoken or the words spoken by the guardian mountains. This silence is not broken by the visitors. I quote, "Through tangled brush and do you break," unquote, they returned. He leaves the place after his visit without disturbing the beauty of nature. Now in reality, this beautiful lake has become a place of tourist interest. Ironically, the lake has retained the name Unnamed Lake. The intention of the poet is inverted by others. The business interest of human being can be understood by the advertisements which hover around this place. Through this poem, Scott brings out the beauty of an untrodden land. Nothing untoward has happened, even though the sun and shadow, moon and star pass again and again through the lake. Nothing will happen because no echoes of the world afar disturb it night or day. Thus, the disturbance comes to nature only in the world inhabited by human beings. The first 4 lines of the poem summarizes everything. Nature, which is just a backdrop in many poems, comes in is central to the human beings have the uncanny capacity to tread on nature. They have destroyed and polluted the whole earth. Thus, the poet's observation is true. All elements of nature are doing their normal duty, that is peace. The plants and birds merge with the background, which is the foreground of the poem. There is music, it is nature's music that fills the place. The only reason for this is, as the poet clearly points out, no man ever trod. Human beings have the uncanny capacity to tread on nature. They have destroyed and polluted the whole earth. Thus, the poet's observation is true. Nature can be at peace only if there is no human intervention.
To sum up, The Unnamed Lake is a beautiful poem. This is not just a loco-descriptive poem, it is more than that. This gives us eco-wisdom. Eco-wisdom is a word coined by Cyril Frederick. What we learn from this poem, the human beings have the uncanny nature, uncanny capacity to tread on nature. Thank you.